thank you for joining me and welcome to this reading. This is called the Tarot Talk Timeless Readings. And so what I'm going to do is do a timeless reading on the topic of soulmates, twin flames, and love. If you're watching this video, you are called to click on the video and you are meant to watch it. That's simple as that. And hopefully it gives you an answer about your love situation, your soulmate situation, and your twin flame situation. Now, if this is inspired, I wanted to tell you guys that this is inspired by a friend of mine. She's very, very generous and a very good friend. She's so conscientious. She works with little kids and she's an amazing teacher and a really good friend. So I'm thinking about her as I'm doing the reading, but it's for everybody. So I hope that you guys enjoy this message. There will be many more. I'm gonna do a reading here and then I'm gonna do the heart-shaped spread on Vimeo for those of you guys who bought the August package, the August bonus package, or the timeless package, which is the pick a card and other packages. I'll link them down below and you can choose which one is best for you. We're just gonna have so many packages right now because of the transition into that, but overall we're gonna just keep it really simple with one or two options, like a cheaper option if you just want a few things, or a monthly option if you are good with if a monthly option if you want like all the monthly messages. So anyway, I have my Syrian Starseed tarot and I'm kind of in love, so I want to make sure that you guys comment, like, and subscribe. And if anybody wants to share these readings, they're timeless because they are timeless. Whenever you are watching this, this is the message for you. And so this is your love, soulmate, and twin flame message number 1, okay? Okay. Maybe we'll do it this way because you guys I really use, since I've gotten these cards, I've been doing this spread like this. And I don't know why, it just feels super right. So maybe what we'll do is we'll look at all 6 cards. I'll take a peek at the comments and you guys can tell me which one to pick first, whoever's watching live, so you guys can get ready, and when I peek, the first number I see I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll clarify. This is not pick a card, so this is a message for everybody. I know it's a little bit different, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know how you like this format, and yeah, I just want to hear what you have to say. I can't see your comments. There you are. So let's see your numbers. Oops, I think, hold on one sec. Ready to go? Number 5. Okay, thanks Alana. I opened 2 windows by mistake, so let's close one. Okay, great. Hi guys. Thank you for joining me. So are you guys excited about this message? I'm so excited to do this. So yeah, I want to say hi to my friend. I hope you're well, and I hope this gives you some kind of good information, and thank you for inspiring me. You are my muse today. Hey girl, hey. Okay, so let's do this. So number 5. So we have the Emperor, bang on. So I feel like the Emperor is here. So this is an issue concerning marriage. It's an issue concerning adult responsibilities and a kind of coming into your own about the things that you are kind of answering to. I feel like yeah, that the issues concerning this circumstance have to do with him. It's not you, it's him. I tell you, it's him. And so I feel as though there's a time that somebody is trying to come into their own and trying to understand what their situation is. It's overcoming your ambitions for the purpose of understanding what your responsibility is towards other people. At the top of this this little pyramid here is the platonic solid for earth element. And so I think that the person may have a lot of earth that comes through. Now remember, with these types of energy readings, what we're looking at is, this is the archetype of the emperor, and so it manifests forward. It manifests forward in many people. One of the biggest mistakes that we make is that we attach the energy to a specific person, and rather than trying to understand that the energy is trying to connect with us through a variety of people until we connect to the right fit. So it's like trying to jam a wrong puzzle piece into the wrong square, two wrong pieces together, and trying to in some way make a picture out of that just because they're from the same box. So it's a little bit finer than that. So basically, with this energy, the energy of the emperor is here with you, and the energy of the emperor wants to be with you. But maybe I feel as though in some way you may be focusing too narrowly on the actual crystallized being, the person in front of you, rather than the energy that wants to connect with you. Here is the 3 clarifiers. You have the 9 of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card, the Princess of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. And so, okay, so I think that there's a little bit of a, how do you say this? I feel like there's a little bit of a, 10 of Pentacles represents family stuff, like family dynamics. I think a person has too much going for them to be willing to get what they want, and what they are receiving what they want, which is the wish card, but she's defending herself. She's defending this. She's defending the stability that she lives her life with. Now, if her life wasn't so stable, maybe she would accept the thing that is being offered, but for whatever reason, she knows that what she has is much more, not only valuable, but much more stable and much more concrete than that which she is being offered. It's simply, she has too much to risk to take whatever is being offered. The universe has aligned itself to give her her desired wish. Her desired wish was for an offer from the emperor. That offer from the emperor is very narrow. It's not, she may be receiving a part of what she wants, but it doesn't truly answer her bigger picture. There's maybe a lack of stability there. There's a lack of follow through. There's a lack of continuation. So it's always in the immediate present moment that she's being offered these things, but there's no promise, and she already has that promise for herself. And so what happens is she starts to decide to defend it. It's hurtful to defend it, but she has to defend it. So she has to defend the stability that she already has, the relationships she has with her family members, and the stability of her own procurement, the things she creates for herself. So the things that the wish that she is being offered is not essentially what she needs. It's just a little part of that. Okay, so why don't you guys tell me the next card? I'm gonna take a peek at the chat. For those of you guys who are watching, I'm gonna just take the next number I see. So hi guys. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I pulled out some crystals here. I don't know if you guys know this crystal, and I don't know if you can see it very well, but this is a pink crystal. This is number 4. Okay. Oh, I think we did 2 first. Okay, 2 first. Okay, 2. So this is a fairy quartz. This is, excuse me, a nirvana quartz. Oh my god, and it's reddish. I don't know if you guys can see the color because of the blues and everything else, but this is my favorite crystal. Can you guys believe it? Did you guys think it was gonna look like this? Did you guys think my favorite crystal was a diamond, or we know it's the nirvana quartz? And it's the super happy quartz. It just lifts the vibe and the energy, and it brings fairies into our lives and takes us to fairy Neverland, and it's such a high vibration crystal. Like, if you guys need happiness in a crystal, this is it. This does not look like much, right? but this is the bomb.com. So you hold this and you're taken away to a fairyland, and it is so high vibration, so full of joy, that I hope that each and every one of you has one of these. Sometimes they come in clear. These ones are more rare, the reddish ones. So I was very lucky to get one. So I wish you guys happiness and joy. Okay, so we're going to do number 2. That was my intermission. Crystal intermission. Hey, girl, hey. Okay, so number 2's. So we have the Seeker of Chalices, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. This could be a female or a male. The Seeker is the Page of Chalices. And so I feel as though there is a new relationship that is budding. There could be somebody young on the scene, somebody who's quite naive and doesn't really know the dynamics that they're stepping into. So I feel as even though if there's a third party, that person is not like they're not a homewrecker. They're just in some way conflated with the issue. Also, I feel like children might be a big part of things. Like the children may be a big part of things in terms of the dynamics, because I feel like they require a certain type of energy that one person is not necessarily willing to adapt to. So it's 2 scenarios. One is that if maybe this is a third party with a really innocent person, someone who's not a homewrecker, someone who just found themselves in this situation, or maybe like a desire in a new direction. One of the partners, particularly the man, if it's a heterosexual relationship, the man is seeking desire in a new direction. They're feeling the ambition and the love of a new direction. Or possibly this is heavily involving a people's disposition towards children. It's almost like he's not willing, or maybe she doesn't want to have more children and he wants a child, but more probable it has to do with the alignment, the love for a child being superseding that than the love for a man, and in some way him being jealous and not being able to carry that forward and not being able to deal with that very well. Here is the next message. We have the Hermit, and then we have the High Priestess. This is one of my favorite High Priestesses, if you guys don't know. And then we have the Ace of Rods. So I feel as though there's been a magical occurrence in interaction. This can also mean that a new energy has been spawned on the foundation. There was a foundation of what I said before with these child dynamics. There was a child involved, or maybe there was a very youthful person who had a very innocent energy that was being sucked into this relationship. And I think 2 people are innocent and one person is allowing their desire to kind of pull them in different directions. I'm not saying there's infidelity. In fact, I sense that this is much more to do with attention infidelity rather than physical infidelity. But I feel as though there was a conversation that sparked a fire. This is the great part. I feel like there was a conversation that sparked a fire in a new direction. And I feel as though the relationship, this has grown. It's almost like on a lava field, new tropical rainforests. They grow so lush because the minerals from the lava and the soil are actually very potent, full of minerals, and they're really abundant for growing life and flora. It's been a while, but I feel as though there was this great connection, and I feel as though there's an oracle and there's a hermit. So there's someone who is kind of a reclusive, someone who is a deep thinker, and then there's the translucent High Priestess, and she's the one who doesn't, this person thinks introvertedly. They're looking inwards to understand the outside world. This person is expansion consciousness. It's called Da'at, which is the space between on the tree of life. Oh, I have a card here. I was looking at this yesterday. So this is Da'at right here. This line between these two these 2 points on the tree of life. So it's the connection between the divine and earth, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and understanding both. The high priestess is the only one who understands this space. So she understands the transcendent myth, and she understands the world here on earth. And so these two beings of knowledge, they connected, and from that was a spark. And so that spark crystallized manifestation. And I know that's really, really ambiguous, but what I'm saying in human language is, people talk, is that if there was a dynamic that involved an innocent child in one way or another, it involved maybe not child, but innocence. And that innocence was conflated with the desires of one person, either jealousy or sexual lust or something like that. Not towards children. I'm not predicting anything that kind of inappropriate. It's just simply, it wasn't a situation where there was a massive transgression. It was a situation in which someone was struggling, a human struggle. So it's not like someone was a perpetrator or nothing like that. It was just like, if it was a female, then she might be like a 20 to 23-year-old female. I just want to clarify that. And so it was a youthful energy, and it could be any age, but the innocence is there. And so on the bed of that innocent and the sucking in innocence into a situation that's complex between 2 adults, I feel like that really soured a situation. And after the fact, there was a conversation between the hermit and the oracle. And the hermit is the analyst, right? The Virgo, looking really specifically at details, and the oracle sees outward and sees the divine inspiration that we don't understand. So she's the only one who understands the blueprint that we are on. So she's the only one who can understand our plight. Oftentimes she's described as very callous and unsympathetic. The reason she's unsympathetic is because she sees the greater design. So human emotion and experience become reduced to nothing more than just a grounded interaction. It has nothing to do with the well-being of things. It's just our process. So that's why she becomes this kind of she's an energy vault. She's a vessel for information. And so these 2 energies came together. The knowledge and the transcendent knowledge came together, and there was a spark, and that spark started something new. Okay? That's kind of exciting. That was a long one. So why don't you guys tell me another number? How's that going for you guys? Please leave me a comment and a like if you don't mind. Yeah. So tell me another number, guys. Should I show you another crystal while we wait? Let's see what I want to show you. Well, here's a little amethyst bulb. 3? Okay, we'll do 3. Here's a little amethyst ball. It has a whatchamacallit, a rainbow inside. I love it. It's so great. And it's got a little ghost inside, but you guys can't see it. I have to wait till I have my autofocus back. A lot of these crystals I shouldn't show you. We should save it for a rainy day. Okay, number 3. Okay, here's the love message for 3. Okay, so there's kind words that are coming into a situation. You guys can pick a card for this, I suppose, but that's not the point of this reading. So we have 8 of Cups, 8 of Wands. There is love in this situation. There is love in this situation. Yeah, if somebody wants to do time caps for this, do this, because that makes sense. I didn't even think about it. We're just doing it organic. So we have 8 of Wands, love coming into your life, love coming in droves, lots of communication. This is Mercury in Sagittarius. Mercury moves into Sagittarius at the end of October 31st, 2018. If you're watching on another year, that's fine. This is a timeless reading, so it'll apply anytime. But for those of you watching in 2018, Mercury is in Sagittarius on the 31st. Okay, so we have 8 of Wands, This is like love coming into your life quickly. There's a lot of love language that is being involved. There's Seven of Swords, which is Moon in Aquarius. This is like selective reasoning, very careful, taking steps in the right direction. Then we have the Ten of Rods. I feel as though the language is covering up deeper truths. There's a deep internal struggle with regard to circumstances, but there is virtue behind it. So it's like, the feeling I get, this one will be super fast. Usually Eight of Rods is super fast message, but I feel like the people involved may in some way, there would be a lot of communication that's coming quickly, because the people involved, one or both, are super, super exhausted, and they have a lot of things going on, and they feel tentative towards whatever it is that's going on around them, and they're saying like things like "I love you" or "You're beautiful," just because that's the only amount of energy that they have available to communicate this virtue. Their virtue is genuine. So if you're wondering if in your love relationship this is a genuine thing, I 100% stand behind that. The only thing that you're struggling with is a really deep exhaustion. Okay? That's the answer. I don't really need to take it further. I saw 5, so let's do 5. We did 5 already. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 6. Yeah. Hi Liz, nice to see you. Sorry for those of you who are watching taped. Here is the next message. We have the Three of Flames again. So more virtue. These are the same card. Three of Flames and this. So we have Three of Flames. And so I feel as though this virtue is very close to achieve. All you have to do is just keep on keeping on. Keep your energy moving forward. Know that the universe is providing for you and has provided for you and will take you in the direction that you need to go. I think that you're quite a lot more beautiful than you give yourself credit for. I think that everybody around you sees that beauty, and it's not like a low self-esteem thing. Like, you're beautiful, but your beauty is far outshines that which you conceive. That's that which you conceive about yourself, and it's like seeing your own nose. You don't quite see all the nuance to who you are and how it radiates. People really appreciate how you look, how beautiful you are. Here is the next message. We have the Four of Wands, a happy home and happy family. Six of Pentacles, reciprocity, which is giving and taking in equal amounts, and Two of Rods. I feel as though this is, again, a very fast read. Three of Wands. There's a lot of Wands cards here. I feel like what it actually represents is, this is like a completion. This is a happy home, a safe home. There's a lot of love that is being given. All that love and all that stability is building up into a very, very financially secure and positive place. And so people intrinsically don't have fears in this situation. People in this circumstance, they don't have fears. They don't sabotage one another. Everybody's fulfilled. Everybody's looking towards their dreams, and it's opening up their vision more. I think that you will receive much more in terms of inspiration about where you want to go with things. I feel like, people are asking for help, from you on a physical level, but you're asking for help too, and it's not a strenuous exercise. And I feel as though there's a lot of like cohabitation, there's a lot of closeness, there's a lot of like touching and hugging and eating together, very, very like corporal, very, very, very genuine and very holistic. It's not like it's not strenuous in any way. This is a beautiful option. If you're watching, you can watch all of these together, but if you want to just pick a card, then that's fine too. So if you pick number 6, I guess I didn't plan for it to be like this. This is how it turned out. That's good. That's a good organic message. So I feel like if you chose this, I feel like you're right on your path and you're in a good family and a good environment. Maybe a little stir crazy because it's almost too good to be true. It's like, how can this be so comfortable? How can we be getting all of this? This isn't you driving the Bentley, but this is you getting a nice condo, making yourself comfortable, like normal things, like this isn't like a glow. It is a glow up, but it's the best kind of glow up. Do you guys know the statistics on this? The statistics this reminds me of is there's like this statistic to do with happiness or affect. Affect is feeling, and how it positively, how do you say, it doesn't positively correlate to income. As income goes up, affect reaches, it's a bell curve, so it reaches a high point and then it diminishes. So ironically, even though we think that the more we make, the happier we are, in fact, there is a bottom line, there's a level, and it's about the median income level, like middle class type of income, where you experience the most amount of life fulfillment and happiness, and versus the income that you make. So the amount of income you make does correlate with you in terms of happiness up to a point, and then the more money you make, more money, more problems. So I feel like this is that zone of happiness, that is that zone where everybody's comfortable, but you're not running behind trying to catch up to some type of future, or trying to kill yourself for another 50 grand, Yeah, it's a very balanced, this is very balanced. Okay, one or two, we gotta go fast, because I wasn't expecting all this. Boom. Yeah. No, it's not 250,000. It's much less. It's very $250,000 a year is not medium income. So we have one or two. Yeah. No, the statistic, it's surprisingly low, and I don't want to quote it because we're watching from different countries. But it's true. A lot of people, if you're watching from a different country outside of North America, validate this and say, yeah, especially countries where there is, especially, we'll do one first, but especially countries where there isn't a high income, um, people are happier. So I want people, if anybody's here from like a country where there isn't as high of an income, just try to kind of support that. Okay, so here we go. Number ones. So we have the tower. Boom. Oh my God, shock and awe. This is also to do with love at first sight. So this is just like a shocking event, a shocking thing that changes your life forever. You thought things were one way and they weren't another. You built up your ego, and now the ego has come tumbling down and you are free. So this actually was meant to be a continuation reading. At the end, I'll rehash everything for everybody. So time cap that one too, please. So the tower has come in. There's been a shock. There's a realization, and a freedom has been achieved. Sorry, I have to connect it because it's so clear. A freedom has been achieved from the ashes of the past, and you're emancipated. Not like the phoenix, but maybe more like an octopus or something, like a water animal. Did you guys hear that they think that 33 scientists think that octopi are alien creatures? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Does anybody know anything about that? Let me know in the comments section. Here we go. So we have Princess of Cups again. There she is, innocent. She's the innocent girl. And then we have the devil. Innocent girl and the devil. This sounds like a Marilyn Monroe movie. Let's see. And then we have the Ten of Cups. Oh gosh. So there's like, well, I do think that in this situation, I feel that there is like definitely adult fun in this situation, and I feel like there's an this is like a this is a naughty one. This one seems like there is a girl and not a girl again, young woman. There's a young woman, and then there's someone who has naughty thoughts and ideas, and it comes to be a lot of fun. And I think that it's pulling someone through a situation where they may have been restrained from pursuing. I think that maybe in some way there is a breakthrough moment on the limitations that a person has felt, and that reaches a great deal of happiness and cohesion. A friendship breaks through things that have been suppressed. Okay, so that's this one. And then we're gonna do number 2 last. Okay, so here we go. So we have 7 of crystals, investment in the future. Here, I'll show you guys closer. Investment in the future. Somebody is taking a time out. This reminds me of what's that show from the Iron Stone, right? This reminds me of that scene where they're in the tower. I didn't watch many of them, but I saw a few. It's like he's taking a time out from everybody else to take a look at his crystals. This is like, yay, hey girl, hey. So he's checking out all his crystal points. They all look faceted, which is not that great. But anyway, he's taking a look, he's contemplating, he's trying to see the future. Let's see the next message. We have the 6 of Swords, moving on from a situation, trying to figure out a way, not moving on, moving on from problems. Before we get to the goodbye moment, there has to be at least an attempt to resolve things. There has to be a genuine attempt to resolve things and to put things behind us. The next message is the Chariot, overcoming emotional problems. This problem is not solvable with reason. It has to be solved with emotion. And it's the emotional imprint that is causing the difficulty in the dynamic. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. And this is the King of Pentacles in most decks. So I think that, okay, so what I think is going on is that there's like a contemplation of financial matters. Is there enough money? Is there enough to hold things down and hold things together? Somebody feels apprehension towards the future. In this deck, this card is called the Failure card, which represents a fear of financial failure, and so I feel as though fear of financial failure, this person's thinking about the future, saying, I'll never make it, I'll never have what it takes, how do I figure it out? And then they find some kind of resolution within their heart. They in some way try to resolve the thing that their blockage, their financial blockage and apprehension, they come to terms with it. But I think what's coming is financial success anyway. So it's almost like they shouldn't have worried in the first place, because it was always coming. It was always going to be there. But it's still a process of learning that this person has had to go through. It's still a process of learning that this person had to reconcile and figure out. And ultimately they will become this, or they will be with this, and there will be financial stability. So it's like all this worrying about money and learning how not to worry about money, learning how to overcome one's hang-ups about money. But ultimately the answer is going to be simply that money will not be a problem. Money will be successful. So we kind of created this as we went along. I thought this was going to be one way and it turned out to be another. I love this kind of environment, so don't worry about me, I'm fine. But why don't we do a summary reading, and then I'll do a heart-based spread on Vimeo so you guys can follow through with that if you're interested to find out more. So I feel as though it's like so if you're doing time caps, this is the summary as if this is one big reading, okay? So now we're going to summarize over 5 minutes, and then we're going to go to Vimeo and going to do the heart-shaped spread there, free for anybody who got the August Vimeo package. Sounds good? Fair? Yeah? Yeah? Good? Good energy, hey? Okay, so we have the tower moment. That's a breakthrough of happiness. This is not a angry, unhappy tower. This is a breakthrough of happiness, where someone was not expecting any happiness in their life whatsoever. And I feel like there's an emotional transcendent moment, that leads to a conflation of family relationships, conflation of different people to harmonize and to come together and crystallize as a unit, whatever kind of dynamic it is. That's fine. I feel as though I feel as though on the foundation of all this transcendence, there was a key conversation, as I said, between a hermit and a high priestess. This is the dopest part. And this is the magic part. This is the manifestation. All these people are talking about this and that. They don't get it. So no offense. but yeah, so this is the moment. So I want you guys to really appreciate what this means. It's not specifically what was said. It never is. It's not even the intention. Somebody was like, it's the intention from you guys. I'm like, nope. it's the exact moment that it was supposed to happen, and it's outside of our influence, right? And then I feel as though from that initiation of something good, suddenly arrows of love start flying around, this and that, this and that, this and that. And I feel as though the apprehension, there's an initial apprehension towards this. There's an initial apprehension towards this, and I feel as though the individuals are weighed down by their own predispositions that are difficult to handle. One wants to give up because they have a predisposition to dip, to give up, and one is heavily overburdened. They're like carrying really a lot, and they're dealing with a lot. However, they keep on saying kind things to each other, and love comes out of that through that virtue. That virtue is reaffirmed between them, right? Right. And then I feel as though one of the people, most likely the man, is in some way trying to get over the fact that he cannot be a provider, that he is worried about his ability to provide, his ability to give security, to move forward. And in some way the process is him coming to terms with that, coming to terms with understanding it from a different level, understanding what being a provider is. It's not the job you have, but the consistency of your character. And so at some point he comes to his answer. He comes to realize that he transcends. Maybe he has a conversation with a Cancer. He transcends, and he understands what actual Seven of Pentacles means, the long-term investment in a situation, hey? But then essentially what happens anyway, this is the Fate card. The Fate card means that regardless, the destiny of this situation has to do with him becoming a Knight of Cups, no matter what his sign is. Knight of Pentacles, no matter what his sign is, he's gonna have what he needs, and he has that consistency of character, that really kind of centralized energy. And so when he does that, he becomes the Emperor, right? So there's the Emperor, and so he makes his initial offer. He makes some kind of offer. And guess what? The girl's like, nobody, you gotta step up a bit more. So she's now in her feelings. She's now in some way, saying, this was my wish before, but now there's this wish before, but now I have an idea of what I really want. This is Mercury in Virgo. I know what I really want. I know what I can manifest. And I know you're more worth worth more than what you're offering. Let's do this. I'll explain this with the cards. So he's like, here you go. Here's the wish that you wanted 2 weeks ago. And she's like, no, buddy, I know what you're worth. I know you've got it figured out. And I know you're worth more than this. Because this was yesterday. And the time is now. So now you have to. The bar has been raised higher, my friends. The bar has been raised higher. Okay, so we have three of rods. And that will come through in an understanding of really mutual understanding, compassion, and love. So it's the harmonizing process. It's not about money. It's really not about money. It's about getting on the same page in terms of giving and taking. And it's on the same page in terms of building a home and a family together, reciprocity, whatever type of family you want to build, that's fine. But building a home and a family together, everybody putting in physically into the dynamic and expansion of consciousness. So rather than holding yourself back, holding each other back, there's a reinforcement. Hey, these are the wands, 2 wands, right? 2 sources of inspiration. So nobody is holding back in this situation. Very nice. You guys are making progress. This is good. This made me very happy. Okay, I'm going to do the reading on Vimeo. I'll link it in the About section. Please comment and like. That's the kind thing to do. And if one kind soul does the time caps, and you can do it, you don't have to do 1, 2, 3, 4. You can just do it in the way that we read it. Then someone can jump into the video. Also, if you could time cap the summary, that will be super helpful. Thanks. Okay, I'll be out with the rest of the September videos today soon. And then we still have to do relationship compatibility for Gemini, I think Gemini, Capricorn, and one other sign. Okay, talk to you soon.